So
which isn't very pretty, but that's what it was.
we're in Elsing, and this is Elizabeth, who now lives here. And the house was built by George Ricks, the ancestor, and Elizabeth's going to give us a little tour. Sally, sorry, I'm getting you mixed up.
Yeah, it's about 1854, I think he built it.
And when was the chapel built, which is next door?
Later. He
Later.
gave the land that the chapel's built on.
Right.
He owned all this. So this was his chapel. There he had, we think the lean-to was, he had a shop.
Yes.
That one, so that one's a bit
Is
bigger.
it Fish's shop?
Fish.
Fish, yeah.
He pickled fish.
Taking it to the market, weren't he?
Yeah.
Where was he getting the fish from, do you think?
Norwich, I think, but that must have come into
So he's
Norwich
going to
from the
Norwich, getting the
coast.
fish and bringing it back
Yeah.
and selling it to the village.
Yeah. Yeah.
Quite an entrepreneur, weren't he?
Yeah, he
And a
was, but
troublemaker by the look of it.
well, it depends on your point of view.
Well, yes, standing up
The
for his
farmers
rights.
certainly thought he was a troublemaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, should we go inside?
Yes. How long have you lived here then, Sally?
30 years.
Have you? Right.
Yeah, longest I've ever lived anywhere.
And when did you find out about the history?
Well, David told me. I've been here a few years. I had absolutely no idea.
Right.
He said, "Did you know it's built by George Ricks?"
And you said, who's George Ricks?
Well, yeah, and he gave me that. But if you look at the ceiling there, that's the same all the way through. So that's like a partition wall.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to think that this would have been. That was two up, two
Hello.
down. Oh, here's Liz.
Hello, Elizabeth. You all right?
This is Ian. This
Sorry, I'm filming.
Excuse the mess. It's always in a mess. We've been invited. I was going to suggest we walk down to the church. I don't know if you've ever been
Yeah,
to
I've
the
got all
church.
afternoon, yeah.
But we have now this thing which some of us worked on,
Okay.
which is a record of all the
Oh, well
memorials
done.
in and out of the church
Yeah.
and the tombstones, and an alphabetical index.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Right.
Matthew Bowes,
Yeah, he's my great uncle.
right. Well, Henry, who we're going to see on the way to the church, who lives that way, but it's kind of on the way,
Right.
knows about what happened because apparently his tombstone, a tree fell on it or something.
Did it? What, recently?
Well, Henry wrote a book about
Right.
World War II, which I don't know, World War One,
Okay.
and the chaps from the village who went to fight. We'll get
Right.
you a copy.
Oh, I think I've got that, a little pamphlet
Yeah,
that was in the
that's the one.
church.
And
yeah.
he reckons that, that Matthew Bowes, a tree fell on his tombstone, but when we go to the church, there's a modern new one now.
Yeah,
because the
Commonwealth
War Grace
Causeway,
Commission
yeah.
put one in,
Right.
but that was because the old one got
Yeah.
demolished.
Because I've done quite a bit of digging on him.
You have, yeah.
And because it was all a bit confusing, and what appears to have happened is he actually died in a hospital in Scotland,
Oh, really? Yeah.
and
yeah.
his body was returned
Brought
to
here.
Elsing.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. What we're going to do, we'll have a look round,
Yeah,
and then Henry and Margaret. You know Henry and Margaret, don't you? Atkinson, Ling History
I
Group.
know who they are. Yeah, by sight.
Well,
yeah.
they've now moved over that way. But I was going to suggest we walk down to the church so we can have a look round. And if we go that way, they can fill us in a bit because
Yeah,
Henry's
brilliant.
done a lot of digging.
So have I missed much? Have you been?
No, we just had a
No,
wander
exactly,
through,
just
and
wandered.
I found my
Yeah.
camera's not working, so I'm just
Oh,
Yeah.
going to record the
So,
tour.
George Ricks and the Reverend House, who helped him build it, were not very good builders, it
Weren't
must be
they?
said. There are lots of cracks and shifts. This and the house next door have no foundations whatsoever.
Really?
But
They're still here,
they
1850.
are. They're built high up and they're on a very sandy soil, so they shift. And I think if they had solid foundations,
Yeah.
they would have cracked a lot worse.
Really?
Because they wouldn't.
It's not
would they?
surprising, one of my ancestors.
well, I was at Spur period. I was in civil engineering, and I did.
Oh, well, yeah.
And I did all this clay heave and
Really
Right.
jumped. It would,
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
it? It would
yeah.
be worse. So
Yeah.
I think they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
And this wall, those walls, where they butt up against the outside wall, there's about a 1 inch gap.
Oh, is that?
And again, I think it's flexibility.
Right.
I think they really did know. I mean, there are lots of cracks, but
Yeah.
nothing substantial. And I think, I think they did it deliberately. I don't think it was an accident.
No.
But builders come here and laugh their heads off.
So you're obviously very interested in local history then.
Yeah, fairly. We've got an Elsing Heritage Society.
Is your family local as well or
No,
not?
no, no.
You just developed an interest since you've been
you might
here.
still be interested in where you live.
Yeah.
What's the
And
point?
we have family connections, don't we? Or do we?
Oh, probably.
I'm not. Well, I was brought up in Fastyweed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
And, I'm from. My father's from the Gateshead, and my mother's from Norfolk. And
Yeah.
Tipping
Yeah.
Long Row, I think she was
Yeah.
born.
Right.
That way,
Yeah.
But you-
Have
yeah.
Sorry, have you ever seen those? Jan left them with me when she
All
went.
right.
Because that's an odd place, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? You sent me them pictures of the
horse
cottages,
down there,
didn't
the
you?
people-
Oh yeah, with
Mm.
the horse and the.
Yeah. Do you want to have a look upstairs? Cause
Yeah, I'll have a little wander. Yeah,
Be careful, because those stairs are a bit.
Yeah.
Apparently they're illegal nowadays. But
Yeah, I
because
think they
they're
would be
built
without.
like that,
You'd need a.
yeah. And you can
a
see
rail.
the beams and there's kind of angle brackets that hold the beams that hold.
Your knees are good then.
No, Jan had them done for our first open village. We had a tractor run past it this morning. It was lovely.